always forget which way to turn it. Hi. I'm good. How are you doing today? So I'm gonna just wait a second, as usual, and give people a chance to join. But I'll just hang out for a second. Day's been good so far, just getting started. So haven't really done much. This is like the first thing I've done, or I'm going to do today. Nice. Howdy. Rory's great. She's taking a nap. I can like see her from here. She's great. Hoping she'll nap the whole time, but fingers crossed. I don't know, so we'll see. Oh, cool. Foxes are my favorite, if you haven't noticed. Roasted pumpkin seeds, they're great. I mean, why waste them? If you're gonna carve a pumpkin, like, eat the seeds too. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just like say what I'm making, and then we're gonna do the usual, somebody say it, I'll pin it, and then we'll just keep going. And I don't know what happened last time, but last time I tried to pin the, or not pin, but save the live for 24 hours and it didn't work. I don't know why. So I'll try to do it this time and see if it works. If not, I guess you guys get to see, so that's great, right? It's like exclusive, kind of. Which is not what I want. I want everybody to like see vegan shit, but cool. All right, well, I'm making today a pumpkin roll. So this was actually requested by, I work at a bakery now, part-time, just like something that I like to do. It's just something I enjoy doing. And she always gets requests for different like vegan things. So like my job is to kind of work on the vegan recipes and that kind of thing and like figure out what, sure, we'll use that one. That's great. It's roll like a jelly roll, but that works. Wait, did I pin it? Yeah, I did, cool. Anyway, so yeah, so I always get asked like to make these things that people request, and one of the things was a vegan pumpkin roll. So I've never made this. I'm not using a vegan recipe. I'm kind of just gonna make this up as I go with a regular recipe, because that's usually how I do my vegan recipes. I take like a traditional recipe, and like if it has eggs, I switch it for flaxseed eggs, you know, that kind of thing. So like this isn't a vegan recipe I found. This is something that's like modified off of regular recipe. So I hope it works. We're gonna find out. Plus today it's also gonna be gluten-free. That's another thing, is the bakery that I work at is 100% gluten-free. So we're gonna use gluten-free flour and hope for the best, hope this works. I've never worked, I'm not very familiar with gluten-free, but I'm starting to learn because I know it's a really big thing for people. It's really important to like learn how to do like allergy-friendly stuff for me. Or people that just don't want it, you know, whatever. It's like if you're, you know. But anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Wait, what? All right, trying to pay attention, you guys. Trying to do this thing. I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. All right, so first thing you wanna do is you wanna take 1/4 cup powdered sugar. So I've got that sitting, over here. So I've got 1/4 cup powdered sugar, and I'm gonna put that, set you guys down so I can use my hands. And then I'm gonna put this in my favorite thing ever, which is like my new sifter that I just got. It is awesome, and I recommend getting one. This was like, I think $12. I still have the tag on it, I just got it. But this one's great because it has these cool, like, I don't know what to call it, like rings in it. So it actually sifts the like whatever you put in it, unlike the traditional like cranky ones that you find like at Kroger and stuff that like literally do nothing. I think I have one right here. No, I threw it away. I gave it away. But yeah, the cranky ones suck. This one with like the weird spinny orb thing, that's great. So what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna set like a towel down, I guess. Like I said, I've never made this, so this seems weird to me, but I guess it's something you gotta do. You gotta put like a kitchen towel down. And then you wanna do the 1/4 cup powdered sugar over it. So, and I know this thing sounds terrible, but it does the job. Which you want it to do, like sift the powdered stuff for you, like that way it's nice and fine and like fluffy. Try to save you guys from the sound. And then just spread that a little bit around. I guess the powdered sugar keeps it from sticking, I'm assuming. I don't know why you wouldn't just use flour, but that's what all the things I looked at said to do was powdered sugar. So I'm gonna start with that. Yeah, sifters are great. Like I've noticed a big difference. Like I have flour on my face. No, powdered sugar on my face. I've noticed that when I use sifters, everything I make is way fluffier. Like it's just got, you know, you don't get any of the like the lumps in the flour or the powdered sugar, and it definitely helps a lot. I'd suggest investing in one. It's like $12 for that big, really awesome one. Okay, so I put my recipe somewhere. Hold on. Like old mail I'm using. Okay, so the next you want to do 3/4 cup flour, and like I said, this time I'm using gluten-free flour, and it's like a special blend that my work gave me to try out. You can use any kind of gluten-free flour or regular flour, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna put that in a small bowl. So I need 3/4 cup flour. Okay. So where's my 4th cup? Also, sorry for this terrible angle right now, but 3. There. So that's 3/4 cup flour. Then, so I'm mixing right now all the dry ingredients together. So 3/4 cup flour, and then I want to do 1/2 teaspoon. So it's 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Also, don't mention what you hear in the background, because I think Instagram hears it, and then they like, I don't know, for some reason don't like that I'm playing like copyrighted music, which that's like I paid for it, premium. I did get premium, by the way, but I don't know, I'm just kidding, but you guys can talk about it. I don't care if it shuts me off. I'll just play my own music or something. And then that is 1/2 teaspoon. Oh shit, these are tablespoons. Okay, well I screwed up, but you know what, it'll be really fluffy. So 1/2 teaspoon, not tablespoon, but yeah, that'll be fine. It'll work. Just go with the flow, it'll work out. So that's 1/2 teaspoon baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon baking powder. It'll just be extra fluffy, it's fine. I honestly don't know what baking powder and baking soda do. I think it rises things, leavens things, I don't know. I just know how to use it, unless I like read the instructions wrong. And then 2 teaspoons, teaspoons go. Whatever, I'm gonna use a 1/2 one. So it's 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and I've seen a lot of recipes that call for all of these things separate, like a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, but like pumpkin pie spice is literally all of that. So I'm gonna use all of that as 2 teaspoons. What are you guys dressing as for Halloween? So we were gonna be pumpkin pirates. You know, Jeff and I pirates, Rory a pumpkin. You saw the pumpkin. But Jeff's not here for Halloween, so I'm kind of doing my own thing this year. I'll probably post a picture of it later, but it's really weird. But that's kind of, I like to do over the top stuff, so. And then you need 1/4 teaspoon salt. And I like to use, where did it go? Wait, oh, it's hidden, okay. So you want 1/4 teaspoon salt, and I like to use kosher salt, because the lady that I work for at the bakery, she said that kosher salt melts better in baking, I guess. So I've just been doing what she tells me, because she knows her shit. So 1/4 teaspoon salt, And that's it for the dry ingredients. So got that. I'm not taking Rory trick-or-treating just because she's a baby and I don't eat most of the candy that they give out. So I'm gonna just sit on the porch and pass out candy. But let me get my bigger bowl real quick. I have not seen the new Halloween yet. I haven't. I really want to though. I just like, I'm not in the loop of most things and like I didn't know that it came out already. So, alright, so first thing for the wet ingredients, which is in a bigger bowl, is 3 eggs, typically, but I'm not gonna do eggs, I'm gonna do flax eggs, which seem to work really well in most recipes. So I've already gone ahead and made it, which is 3 tablespoons, and that is actually tablespoons of flaxseed, which I got this at Walmart, flaxseed powder, or milled flaxseed, whatever. And you want to do 3 tablespoons of that, and then usually it's 3 to 1, so you want to do 3 tablespoons of hot water. You got to make sure it's warm. I don't know why, that seems to make it gel better. And I noticed today that I didn't need like 1 of the tablespoons, and it's probably just because it's like pouring rain here right now, which I know that sounds weird, but weather does affect baking. It is a thing. Like, it actually does affect like some of your ratios on things. So my flax egg was way too wet, so I just added some more flax and removed a little water or whatever. But it literally is just because it's raining, I think. Scrape that. Weather affects baking, it really does. It sounds really weird, but like if it's raining out or the air is very, very, very humid, sometimes like you need more flour, you need less liquid. Like, it sounds really weird, but I swear it is a thing. Like, I normally do 3 to 1 ratios on my flax eggs, and today it's pouring rain, and today I had too much water in it. So that is definitely weather related. I swear by that. Yeah. Humidity and such. It's humidity. It's like the moisture in the air. Because like baking, so it's not a science, but it is a science. It's really weird. It's like you can kind of mess up on a lot of parts of it, but then there's certain things that like you need the ratios like just right and all this weird stuff. But it's kind of like you have to be intuitive about it on most things. But yeah. All right, so I've got my flax egg, and then I need 1 cup of granulated sugar, which is typical sugar, so not powdered sugar. But I specifically, and I mentioned this last time, that I use a sugar that says it is either vegan or bone char free. I don't know if you can read that, but it says bone char free because most sugar that's like white sugar has bone char in it, which means that to make more of the sugar for a cheaper price, they add ground up bleached animal bones. So gross, sounds terrible, but like it's a thing to cut costs, like it's just a filler. So if you want real sugar that doesn't have bones in it, get like bone char free or like vegan, anything that says like that kind of stuff on it, you're pretty good to go. So now I want to do 1 cup sugar. And on my cup one. Oh, it's right here. Everything's like hidden behind other things. God, I hope, yeah, 1 cup sugar, cool. And then 2/3 of a can of pumpkin. Yeah, isn't that weird? They just put like animal products and everything just because it's cheap, because they like produce so much of it that it's just like, which they wouldn't if people didn't demand it and didn't buy it, so that's why I don't buy it. Also, fun fact, did you guys know that like can openers are supposed to open like this way? So like that, where it takes the whole top off versus like opening it that way. I just discovered that recently. It blew my mind. So now I need 2/3 cup pumpkin. So that is, oh God, I can't do math. 2/3. I think I have a 1/3 cup in here, hold on. Yeah, 2/3, okay, cool. Yeah, I can't, math is just not my thing. even when it comes to baking, just can't do it. I like panic. I don't know why. It's like I'll like think about something. Like I remember when I used to work at a register once, I just like, I will panic if I have to do math like on the spot. All right, so 2/3 cup pumpkin. Got my pumpkin in there. And just use canned pumpkin. I mean, you can use fancy pumpkin that you carved yourself or whatever. If my friend Alyssa's watching, she knows what I'm talking about because she gave me so much shit the other day because she made a pumpkin pie. And she's like, you use canned pumpkin? And I was like, all right, sorry. But no, her pumpkin pie was amazing. But she took the time and effort to like carve her own pumpkins, like the like little sugar pumpkins, and like get the meat out of that or whatever you want to call it, the guts. I don't know, pumpkin flesh. Yeah, I'm just using canned for this particular thing. If I had more time and concern, I would do pumpkin from an actual pumpkin. Yeah, canned pumpkin's a thing. It's right here. I got that from Kroger. See? Alright, cool. So I got that, and I think that's it. So now you just want to like blend the wet ingredients. So I'm going to use a blender, or not a blender, but a mixer. And if it sounds terrible, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to deal with it for a second. I'll leave you like over here or something, or I'll move the music, whatever. I've had people say they hate the like the sound of the mixer. I saw the panic at the register comment, that's why I laughed. Mix that. I'll move it over here so it doesn't bother anybody. Right? Like, I thought everybody's seen canned pumpkin. Like, have you ever made a pumpkin pie? Like, I mean, are you in a different country, maybe? Like, that could be that. I mean, maybe that's not a thing. I don't know. You hate pumpkins? Well, you can also do this as, like, a regular, like, jelly roll. So, that's a thing you could do. Okay. So, like, if you hate pumpkins, you can do, like, this as a regular sponge cake, like, just vanilla or something, and then add, like, jam in the middle, like, or some kind of, like, jam filling. So you don't have to do this as pumpkin. It can be done however else. Okay, so I've got my flour mixture, and I'm just going to, like, use a spoon and mix that a little bit. Flour all over my shirt. What song is this? I don't know without looking. I'm really not sure. Like, it's on my Spotify, which I finally got premium, so that's why, like, it's just playing without commercials this time. It's great. Okay, so I mixed my flour mixture, and I'm just going to mix that into my wet mixture. Rinse that out, so I'm going to use that in a minute. The other bowl. Buying songs on iTunes, I would do that, but the thing is, it's like, I never know what to listen to ever, and it's too much of a decision to, like, buy a single song. That's why I like Spotify. Not that I'm, like, advertising for Spotify, but, like, it's just, it seems to me to work better, just because I get to, like, be exposed to, like, more things that I'm not familiar with. So we've got our batter, but I'm going to use a spatula to like scrape down the sides because like right now I've just got like a lot that's like stuck to the sides. put my spatula out too. Where does that go? Oh, there it is. Alright, spatula. Just scrape down the sides. Can I upload the recipe? I always say I will, and sometimes I do. I will try to get better about that. I always say that every time too. But I will try to upload the recipe for this. If it turns out, again, I've never made this before, so like I really don't know how this is going to turn out. And I won't post it if it doesn't turn out, because I'll keep working on it until I get it right. But if this turns out, I will post the recipe. Alright, and you don't want to overmix it. So once you like folded in the extra flour and all that stuff, just mix it like this. So you don't want to like overdo it, because then it starts to get rubbery, I guess. That's just what I've heard. Okay, so we've got that. Yeah, remind me. It's like not that I don't want to do these things, I just honestly forget. Okay, so I've got a cookie sheet, which you should use a jelly roll pan, but I don't have that, and I don't even know what the hell that is. Really, it's very specific, but I'm just going to use a baking pan. I'm assuming it'll work, and then you just want to line it with like parchment paper. And also oven at 375. So I'm going to try to, first though, you want to make sure you spray your, jelly roll pans are a thing. Like when you get really specific into baking, like that's really a thing. Like if you watch the Great British Bake Off, like they would be like not okay with me using a cookie sheet, because it might not work. I don't know, but I'm going to try it because I don't have a jelly roll pan. I looked, I couldn't find one. So I'm going to spray my parchment paper with just coconut oil. You can use anything, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter. Just some kind of like grease so it doesn't stick. And you can never like over grease a pan. Like I don't know. I'm always afraid of it sticking, because that's like the worst thing ever, is if you work this hard on something and then it sticks. So I'm gonna just spray the hell out of this. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna pour it on the pan. I want to make sure I scrape out all of it. Also, this pan is way too big. Like, I do not need all this space, apparently. So for this, I'm just going to roll it out. Or not roll it, but like spread it. So I get like a sheet. Also, this is way too big of a pan. I'm going to switch pans. Switching to a much smaller pan, because this pan is way too big. I didn't realize it would only produce this much pumpkin roll mix. Like I said, I've never made this before. I don't know if it's going to turn out. I'm doing my best. But I know that I'm supposed to like spread it out evenly to make sure it's all like a flat surface. Like hard to spread just because it's so like spongy, like bounces back, and it's not sticking to the paper just because like I sprayed the hell out of it. So I'm gonna probably call it done in just a second, because you're gonna roll it up, so it's like pretty forgiving, I think. Because like when I roll out cinnamon rolls and stuff, it's like it's never a perfect square, so a rectangle, whatever, rectangle. So, because you roll it up. What the hell is, what Salty brownies. What is that? This is hard to do. I'm almost there. Okay, whatever. Close enough. I'm gonna call it quits on that. Oh, ew. I need a paper towel. Okay. It sounds really good, actually. Oreos are vegan, by the way, so I could do that. Okay, so this is what I've got. I hope this works. Crossing my fingers. If it does, I'll be so happy. And then that just goes in the oven for, you want to start at like 11 minutes. And then you want to feel it. And the whole thing is like you want to feel it and it should bounce back. Because it's a sponge cake, kind of, I think. So, I'm going to start with 11 minutes. Okay, so while that's going on, I'm going to show you guys how to make the filling real quick. Because that'll take, so I'm just going to real quick like run through what's going to happen when that comes out of the thing. So it's going to come out in like 11 to 15 minutes. You want to check on it. You want it to bounce back. It's a sponge cake. Yeah, Oreos are vegan. No, the cream is absolutely not made out of milk. It is just like shortening. Like, it's not real. It's not real milk. It's made, yeah, it's like just vanilla flavor and shortening. It's not milk. What was I saying? Okay, so once you get the pumpkin roll out of the oven, you want to quickly, what you're going to do is you're going to lay it on your powdered sugar towel that we talked about earlier, like in the beginning. You're going to lay it on that, and then you're going to roll it with this, I guess. Like you're going to use this to roll it. Also, spooky towel. It's got spiders on it. Fake ones. But you're going to roll it with that, and then you have to let it cool on a wire rack, or just let it cool, like in general, for an hour at least. And then you want to make sure it's completely cool before you put the cream cheese on it, which I'm about to show you how to make that. Let me get my pan that I washed out. Okay, so for this, it is for the cream cheese filling, it is 1 8-ounce container of cream cheese, vegan. So I buy this brand because I have found that this has been the most successful in all of my baking. I've tried to make my own cream cheese, which it tastes really good, but I've noticed that it doesn't really work in like frostings and stuff. And like the baker that I work for made a really good point that like food scientists and like experts make this stuff to be like exactly like real cream cheese, and like you're just not gonna be able to recreate it at home. So I recommend just getting a container of 8-ounce cream cheese, vegan, and then I'm gonna put that in my bowl. And you want it to be room temp, I guess. I don't know. I think it'd be better cold. I'm gonna see how this works. Try it either way. See what happens. I don't know. It should work the same. I hope. Where do I find all these recipes? I'm just like I don't know. It just depends. Like I usually look up just a regular recipe to something. Like I looked up for this, a pumpkin roll. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, okay, it has 3 eggs. I'm going to do 3 flax eggs. Or it has butter. I'm going to use vegan butter. Like I just kind of modify. And sometimes that works. Actually, I just got stuff in my hair. Most of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't, and then you just work on it and modify it, and then it gets better. So for this, then I need 1 cup powdered sugar. And where did my powdered sugar go again? Okay. So that's 1 container cream cheese, 1 cup powdered sugar. And then I need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and I've said before, but I'll say it again, I use baking vanilla because it's got a very strong flavor, which is what you want when you're like baking, because if you want a strong vanilla flavor. So I need 1 teaspoon of that. If I can find my teaspoon somewhere, I guess I'm gonna use 1/4. So, and then the last thing is 6 tablespoons of non-dairy butter, and I'm gonna experiment and try to use this, which is butter Crisco, which is vegan, by the way. It's just shortening flavored like butter, but it's not butter. It has no like milk in it at all. So I'm gonna try that just because I've had a lot of cream cheese frostings be a little runny using butter. So I'm gonna try this and see if this works better because it's a lot thicker. So you want 6 tablespoons of that. There's my tablespoon. Okay, so 6 tablespoons of that. I've really been thinking about this. I really do want to make a like vegan cooking YouTube or something. But I've found that like I don't have the equipment. I don't have the resources that I want right now. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right, kind of thing. Like I feel like I went to film school, and you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my god, this video sucks." If like it's not good, like decent quality, and I just don't have the resources to do that yet. Plus, I don't really honestly know if I really like want to edit my own videos. Like I feel like that'd make me too nervous. Which this is a lot easier because I'm like talking to you guys. I'm not like looking. I've never once rewatched one of the videos I've done because it just makes me too nervous. So like this like live thing works great for me because I can just like do it, be done with it, not worry about it. But I am considering, the one thing I am considering doing is like, I've seen a lot of people like with Etsy's selling cookies lately, and I've been like looking a lot at that, and like I would really be interested in doing that more, I think, at the moment. I don't know, like my cookie thing is like, I've had a lot of people try them and they say they're really good, and I love decorating cookies, so like I feel like that's kind of more my forte right now. But I might try it just to see if anybody's interested and just go from there. Because like I don't really know how, you know, it's gonna work out, but I'm interested to like try it and see if anybody can be wanting to buy them. But I love decorating, so that's my thing. Is like I could do that all day, every day. So I'm just washing my my mixers real quick so I can mix this frosting. Jeff doesn't have time to edit videos is the thing. Like, and I mean, he could, I think. I don't know. I don't even have the software to do it. Like, I used to use Premiere Pro, and I just don't have it on my computer anymore because it's very expensive. And if I'm not using it actively, it's, like, not worth it. Alright. Cool. So, now I've got all of that in there, and I'm just going to mix it. And it should be a cream cheese frosting. And yes, I did color pumpkin. Sorry, this sounds terrible. I'm just gonna like, here, let me grab the music real quick. Cream cheese frosting is amazing. Keep up with you guys. So it's just me and Rory for Halloween, and I already have a costume. I haven't posted a picture of it, but I just made it. Like I put it together last night, like in 15 minutes, and it turned out pretty decent. I was pretty happy with it, but it's really over the top, but I'm going to probably post a picture of it like tomorrow or Halloween or something. I'm not sure where I'm going to go dressed up like this character, but I'm going to figure something out because it's really fun. Pumpkin roll I think is going alright. It's got like 2 minutes, I'll check on it. I'm just trying to get this cream cheese frosting like the right consistency. A pumpkin roll is like, it's like a sponge cake, and it's got cream cheese in the middle, and you roll it up, and it's got like a spiral in the middle. Alright. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge to cool, so that way it like thickens up. But there's my cream cheese filling. So it's kind of hot right now, or not hot, but it's like warm and melted just because the beaters are so hot. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge, let it cool. And that's pretty much it. Like, we'll check on our pumpkin roll thing, but I mean, it's gonna still take like an hour to cool, so it's starting to look like something, I guess. We'll see. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, like I said, but we'll find out, and then I will fix it, modify it, and it'll get better. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for the pumpkin roll, and then I will keep you guys tuned on whether it works out or not. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's like a Swiss roll or a Yule log. It's very similar. It's like the same shape. It's like the sponge cake rolled up with a filling in the middle. Same idea. Alright, cool. If anybody has any final questions or anything, tweet you to remind you. Okay, yeah, tweet me to remind me if it works. Like I said, I don't mean to not post things. I just literally forget. I'm just always forgetting things. If it works out, I will let you know. But if not, I'm going to keep working on it until I get it right. Because this is something I really want to get right. So, we'll see. And it's not because, like, the vegan ratios or whatever doesn't work. It's just because, like, sometimes you need to tweak things. And also, I'm a learning baker. So, like, I'm not, like, an expert on this stuff or anything. Alright. Waiting on end date. Another day. Which one? Victoria Elizabeth Rose. Which recipe did you try that you liked? I'm like curious. Because sometimes I post things and I wonder if anybody likes them or not. Let me see if that's done. So it's definitely not done yet because I poked it and didn't bounce back. So yeah, not done. 5 more minutes. Wait. Okay. Alright, well anyways, it was the wonton soup. The wonton soup's amazing. I love it. I make it all the time. And the lasagna's great. It's like 2 of my favorite recipes, actually. Drawing on the wall is going... it's just stopped right now. Like I've just been busy with other things. I'm gonna start working on it again more. Like I just need to be in. Like the thing is with like baking and drawing and painting, it's like I have to be like in the mood to do it, and I just haven't. I've been busy lately, so but I'll work on it again soon, and I'll keep doing this on Sundays as usual. So, but yeah, and I'll let you guys know how this goes. Anyways, I will talk to you guys or see you guys, whatever. I don't know what to call this. I'll do the thing next week. Okay, bye.